Yes, you heard that right. Curry Barker is officially going to be directing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for A24. This is some incredible news coming out of Variety and also Bloody Disgusting at the moment. It's some incredible news considering Curry Barker's film Obsession is about to go worldwide with Blumhouse and now being hired by A24 for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, along with them developing a series, which I'm pretty sure is the one being produced by Glen Powell, which is super, super interesting that we're going to get two entries into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise that's going to have the same level of ambience like the likes of Talk to Me, Bring Her Back, and also if you saw the new pictures about the Crystal Lake show with that ambience of Camp Crystal Lake looking ever so beautiful, if we can get a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film with that level of ambience, I think we're in for a absolutely wild ride, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this franchise. If you are unaware who Curry Barker is, he is the actor and also director of the film Milk and Cereal, which he made on $800 budget, I'm pretty sure. He then went on to produce the new film Obsession, which was going all over the world at film festivals last year, and it's getting a wide release in like the next 2 weeks, if even that. And of course, now after Obsession, which is getting absolutely raved about, by the way, I cannot wait to see it. I'm itching to see that. Please, Fantastic Fest, let me attend the next Fantastic Fest, please. I need to see movies early like everyone else. Let someone who's in Ireland have a chance. But I absolutely am so excited for Obsession. I've heard a lot of people saying it's the best horror film of the year, but of course we've heard that multiple times about multiple horror films. But Obsession seems to get this level of traction that I have not been seeing previously, with those other films that I've seen have been getting the whole best horror film of the year action and overall promotion. But this film Obsession has led him clearly into a stage where A24 has picked him up to produce the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, as someone who absolutely adores the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, sometimes I do feel like this character of Leatherface is massively underutilized. I mean, we've had countless entries into this franchise that have just been whatever films and kind of just meh. I mean, my biggest example is the film that's called Leatherface, and of course that awful Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel that they done on Netflix with the whole Legacy sequel BS. That was awful. I mean, that whole ending, it's a whole nother story. But this film with Curry Barker at the helm could have endless possibilities, and also someone who is obsessed with A24's films. I mean, this could not be a better pairing for myself as a viewer. I mean, you have Curry Barker, who I've obviously not seen Obsession yet, but I have seen Milk and Cereal, and it is a fantastic film. But also, I'm seeing the trailers of Obsession, and the vibe of it looks really, really interesting, and I've heard countless and countless amazing reviews about it. So of course, I trust him with that. And then of course, with we seeing A24, what they're doing with Camp Crystal Lake with the Friday the 13th show, with the whole Pamela Voorhees prequel story, it is very, very cool to see that this is the possible vibe we could be getting for the future of the horror icons such as Leatherface and Jason Voorhees. Because in my opinion, I think we can possibly all agree that Leatherface and Jason Voorhees, while they're absolutely iconic, their films are pretty lackluster. I mean, my favorite Friday film is the one from 2009, the remake, and my favorite TCM movie is either the original or the one from 2003. But other than that, they've had countless entries in their respective franchises where they've kind of been a little bit lackluster. And to see that they're getting emphasized by A24 now, and also having that sense of, okay, they might not be exactly like the typical slasher, you might have a little bit of elevation of horror in there, but it'd be interesting to see how they mesh together. Now, of course, this could be something like, oh my god, this isn't going to just all of a sudden make sure that these films are going to be perfect. Of course they're not going to be perfect, you never know. But the fact that we've seen how A24 can act with other horror films like Bring Her Back, Talk to Me, we had so many films, Hereditary, Midsommar, so many really good elevated horror, to see how would they fit in terms of maybe a Camp Crystal Lake story. How much is it going to be in terms of, is it going to be a film where it's going to be a little bit more into the elevated horror, or is it going to have more emphasis on, you know, the old 70s and 80s aesthetic like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre? However, it is just really cool that we are officially getting notice on what's going on with these horror icons. I mean, we can pretty much be reassured that Leatherface and Jason Voorhees are in good hands at A24. I mean, we're going to get plenty of content. I mean, you have the Crystal Lake show coming out, I think, next year. I can't actually remember if there was a release date on that. If there is, let me know in the comments below. But overall, I do think that we are in for a treat with A24 with Leatherface and Jason Voorhees. But let me know your thoughts on Curry Barker being the official director of the Texas Texas Chainsaw Massacre for A24, along with Glen Powell producing a TV series on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Alongside that, we have Camp Crystal Lake, which is coming pretty soon, so let me know your thoughts on that as well. But ultimately, thank you so much for watching. If you like movies and anything to do with horror, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure to go check out my own 2 short films. I'd really appreciate if you gave it some support. I'm working every day to try and be a better filmmaker myself, so any sort of feedback is just greatly appreciated. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little news video, and of course let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below, and I shall see you in the next one. And as always, stay safe and peace.